but I do think we are gonna go about yay high. To remove the dash just to get the door hinge off. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new Goon Squad garage, but today we're actually not gonna get started down here because we're gonna run up to the mountain this morning to the new Goon Squad house and knock out a few last major things in order to get that sucker finished up. As you guys know, the interior is basically done. All we got left is just a bunch of exterior work. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this beautiful weather opportunity right here, and we're gonna run with it, and we're gonna knock out as much exterior work as we possibly can. And what we gotta do up there is actually build a retaining wall out of the little retaining wall blocks, which we've never done before. And also we gotta like finish up our rain harvest system. We gotta dig some trenches for like a water line and also a power line and a few other little things here and there. But you know what? It's all gonna be some super epic stuff because once that house is finished up, guys, the end result is gonna be just amazing. Can't wait to show you guys that. But also you guys seen in the previous video where we did our frame pulling to our brand new build, the 2019 Lamborghini Urus, and we even popped off the rear end of this quarter panel. We just saved the rest of it for later because it's pretty intricate, and honestly, we don't know how that roof comes apart, which that's gonna be pretty crazy, dude, right there.
I heard it's like lasered on or something, dude.
Either lasered on there or soldered on there, something super crazy, but you know what? We're gonna figure it out, and once we pop that off, dude, we're gonna get our brand new quarter panel, we're gonna pop it clean on, and this build is gonna be wrapped up. It's gonna look insane, dude.
Dude, take it down the road right away, man.
100%, which we actually gotta send off our key, and I think a delivery guy's here. We might have some sort of parts for something. So we
Big old truck.
We got a bunch of exciting stuff going on today, but as of right now, we're gonna start with running to the Home Depot, gathering a bunch of supplies, materials, go up to the mountain, and get some stuff done. Let's see what you got. What you got? Oh my goodness, we got shrimp skewers. We got salmon skewers. Look at these big old mushrooms. Dang, son. What's going on here? Is this some sort of festival?
Grill nice and clean. Have us a little bit of a little hibachi dinner.
Yep, and you're doing Dang BBQ sauce on the salmon, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do some barbecue salmon skewers, some Dang sauce shrimp skewers,
dude,
all over some nice warm rice.
Dude, this is about to be gas. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. So I'm gonna quickly go over kind of what we got done here, guys. So first things first, we ended up going to the Home Depot. We gathered a bunch of stuff. And when I say a bunch of stuff, I mean, we were just literally all over the place, just making sure that we don't miss anything, because the nearest Home Depot is about 45 minutes away. And anytime you ever run down, you hit traffic, and that just takes 2 hours out of the day. So we kind of just wanted to make sure everything was here. So we ended up getting a trencher, a compactor, a bunch of pipes that we need, and we pretty much dug all the trenches. So this is the trench for the propane. As you guys can tell, it runs there and all the way to the tank there. Then of course we ran 2 more trenches basically for the water lines and also the power line that's gonna go to the water storage tank. So this thick pipe right here is actually for the fire sprinkler system. It's a really thick PEX pipe. I think it's like 1.5 inches, and this is the standard PEX pipe. So we're running both of these in one trench together all the way down to the tanks over there where there's gonna be a pump. And this trench right here is actually gonna be for the power. So we're gonna have a pump over there, an electric pump. So you gotta have a power line running over there. And then you don't wanna run the power line and the water lines together just in case any type of faulty electrical work happens or something and you don't go to turn on your shower and get zapped or something. So now it is time to actually show you guys exactly what's going on over here with the retaining wall. So we're gonna build a pretty sweet, massive retaining wall. So it's gonna start from this corner right here, and it's gonna kind of just go like this, and it's gonna slowly curve in ever so slightly. That way we have a nice level front yard, and that's exactly why we got all this soil right here. Water is going to trickle away from the house, so it's going to be pretty sweet, I think. So this retaining wall is going to be pretty cool to, I guess, try to tackle. And this is the retaining wall blocks. Actually, Home Depot had it. Look at this. They're beautiful, nice gray. It's going to kind of match the house, and if it really doesn't go with the flow, I think we might end up like painting it or something, and like maybe do like a whitewash. So that's going to be pretty neat to see how that flows with the house. And what we have right here is a compactor. We never use a compactor. I think that's all it does, just a big old huge thing that just goes like that, and it's gonna make sure everything gets nice and compacted. Whew, I'm running out of air here because there's a lot of stuff going on. Also, we got like some sand right here. This is patio paver base. This is gonna ensure that our very first row of pavers is nice and perfectly straight. So I did a bunch of research last night looking into this, and that's the most important thing. That first row of pavers has to be nearly flawless, because if one thing is off, then the rest of it's gonna be off. We got more pavers over there. We got some other random stuff here and there. We literally got everything that we need. So we're gonna keep on working and eat right quick, and then hopefully start building this wall.
I hope I can get up that hill to get out of here. Am I going to stand out there in the middle of the street and stop the traffic?
Wow, so we can look. That's good. I think we'll slide the rest. Alrighty guys, so we have found the perfect stopping point after getting 4 rows of this retaining wall completely knocked out, and I gotta say that was pretty tough. Pops, how you feeling so far?
I'm tired a little bit, but we need still something stop with him back.
Yeah, we got to put some stuff up. Basically, some appliances came in. The delivery guy actually didn't want to come up the mountain. And what kind of trailer did he have, Pops?
He has a 24-foot trailer. It's easy coming to down here. I have already before delivery.
53 footers, right?
Yeah.
And Pops is a truck driver, so he knows. And that guy just didn't want to come up the mountain for nothing, so we just met him at the bottom, loaded it up in the F450, and what we got right there is a bunch of epic stuff for the interior of this house. all the appliances from Z-Line. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Can't wait to show you guys. But as for this wall right here, I gotta say, it is pretty tough. It is a backbreaker, especially handling these bigger blocks. These are not like the smaller ones. There's even like tinier ones than these. This is like a little bit bigger. It's like a cinder block right here. So carrying these blocks are super heavy, but you know what? It is looking absolutely amazing for the most part. The very first thing and the most important thing, of course, like I mentioned, was to level out that base, which was some crusher run. We compacted it with that sucker right there. Pretty simple to use. And then after that, we even threw down some sand, and that first row took the longest time, but we got it nice and level. And we got 4 rows high, and look at that, man. It looks absolutely amazing. We're putting gravel behind it, and the reason for the gravel is for that water to trickle through it. That way, like the dirt over here, when it gets wet, it doesn't create like a bunch of force, and it could possibly knock this wall down. But for this wall, I think we're gonna do probably about this high right here, which I don't know if that's allowed, but you know what? We're gonna test it out, and if it comes toppling down, we'll just build another one, stronger one, whatever we got to do. But that's going to be pretty much it for today. It already got super dark. This took a lot longer than I thought. We got a bunch of stuff that we got to put up, like the trencher, that little compactor. We got to take away the appliances, hide them away somewhere. Probably going to take them to the shop or something because they're not ready just yet. But we got to just hide all this stuff, and we'll just catch you guys tomorrow in the morning. Alrighty guys, so it is actually the next day here, and instead of going to the shop, we decided to go ahead and continue a little bit more with this retaining wall and some of this dirt work because we had a little bit more beautiful weather. I think it's about to rain here in a little bit. It did trickle down just a hair, but you know what? Not enough to stop us. And look at this, we laid down the rest of these retaining wall blocks. We ended up getting 3 pallets and we laid them all down, and I gotta say, that looks super good right there. And that dirt that we brought in right there, we kind of compacted it as we were going, and now we got a nice slope. So this is exactly what we were needing right here. But I do think we are gonna go about yay high, dude. What do you think? Is that too tall for this wall?
No, we probably want to go probably like 3 to 4 blocks taller. That way the dirt can be nice and level in the front, and then I guess it'll just slowly slope down on the way out.
Exactly, that's what we wanted right here. We wanted a nice slope away from the house, and over here it's pretty cool how this actually turned out.
Super clean, dude.
Super clean. I didn't think it was going to look this clean. I thought it was going to be a little tacky looking, a retaining wall on this side of the house, but turns out super, super sick looking right here.
Yeah, and obviously you definitely needed this because of how tall the front end of the house was and the way this dirt was, and the house was built on a hill, so we got it looking good, dude.
Exactly, yeah. Once the landscaping and like all the trees and the shrubs go in, it's going to look super sick. Can't wait to show you guys that, and hopefully this wall doesn't come down in the future, you know what I mean? Because this is a lot of dirt that we're bringing in right here, and once that gets wet, it does probably get a little bit heavier, but I think this gravel that we put in here is definitely going to prevent all of that right there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've seen people build walls like this, like 30 foot tall, like 30 foot tall, dude.
Yeah, I think if you do that, you do got to put like some sort of grid in there that kind of interlocks it, but you know what? We didn't do that because I think
it's not big enough.
It's not big enough. But anyways, that's going to be pretty much it for up here. We're going to go to the shop and finally get back onto that Lamborghini Urus.
Would you look at that right there?
Would you
dude?
look at that? Look how crazy it looks back there, guys. So after the house, we made it down here and we just went straight to work, even though we're both just worn out, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, that the construction stuff ain't no joke,
Dude,
man.
I still feel my back from when we first started, from yesterday, dude.
Those bricks and stuff and trying to make everything perfect. But anyways, man, look at this, man. This is insane,
Yes,
man.
sir. And the main reason why we cut it like that instead of just like removing it all as one piece is because we got to learn from this just so we take it off that one perfectly.
100%, like we did with that rear section right there, which was pretty difficult, even though it was all mangled up. That one's gonna be a little bit more tricky, you know, without damaging anything. But this one, we wanted to make sure there was nothing behind here. Like we learned, there was like this foam piece right here that's holding on, one foam piece right there, and one right there. We're gonna have to know exactly over there where it's at, heat it up, pop it off, panel bond all along the edges right here. That panel bond pops off super simple whenever you're using some heat, but there is some super strong spot welds in a few areas that we're just gonna have to cut. But other than that, dude, it's looking good.
It's looking really good, but also it's not looking so good because it looks like we have to tear apart a lot of stuff. Literally, to get to these hinges right here that hold this quarter panel skin on, you have to go underneath the dash over here. We took apart a few things. Same for over here. They're not just on the outside, they're on the inside, hidden away, and over here as well, dude.
Tough ones. I thought we were gonna have to remove the dash just to get the door hinge off, but I snuck my way in there, took a few like fuse boxes and a computer off just to get it out of the way. Luckily popped it out, and I mean, that's it. Once those things popped out, this whole quarter panel popped off.
Pretty much.
Almost.
Not quite. We still got to figure out the top section right there, which we got to remove the windshield. We got to figure out how it's fused over there.
We're gonna have to drop probably the headliner and stuff like that. That's probably gonna be the toughest part. But you know what? I think we got it.
But guys, that's gonna be pretty much a wrap for today's video. I wish we would have spent more time working on this Urus, but of course, the house is super important and we're just taking advantage of this beautiful weather and trying to wrap that sucker up before my lease is up. You know, I actually rented a place and my lease is up in 2 months and the house should be done in 2 months. So I'm just trying to fit all this stuff in as much as possible. I hope you guys understand. But as for this Urus, we're gonna get the rest of the stuff knocked out in the next video, so stay tuned. Definitely drop all your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next year, guys. Peace.